decided to take a little walk around town here as we slowly head towards the train station to meet Nicolas, who's on his way. He should be here in about an hour, hour and a half, but yeah, it's a neat town. So if you watched yesterday's video of us coming into Arles, you would have seen parts of this. That's the amphitheater. And then over here is the lovely little cafe where we had our beer. And over here, we didn't really go there, but that's the arena. That's the Gladiator Arena. It's not nearly as big as the Coliseum, but man, it's definitely pretty big. We're gonna go check it out. See if we can get some good shots that we don't have to pay 20 bucks to get. Yeah, I'm not sure how much we're gonna be able to get of the inside because the upper level is a little too high and the lower level is really dark. So you can't really see inside, but this place is definitely cool. We have been able to walk all the way around it, which is kind of cool. Every now and then we get kind of a glimpse of a stairwell. Every now and then we see something out there. Clearly they've also put in some modern things. I'm guessing they use it for some things, but I mean like a glimpse like that, but we're really not gonna see much of it. But it's still pretty cool. So we're leaving the old part of the city, which is the cool part of the city, at least in Rob's opinion, and headed for the new part of the city where the train station is. Through there. So close to the train station, and we come upon the Rhone, and we're going to be crossing this river tomorrow when we head out of town, but it's a pretty big river. Well, once a bridge, now just a place for graffiti. But looking over the Rhone, this is really pretty. This is probably a better view than the last one I gave you, but there's a little bit more wind, so who knows what you're hearing. But yeah, that's a beautiful view. Good morning, welcome to Arles. It's day 16. Nicolas has joined us. Wave to the camera, Nicolas. Wave! Yeah. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. We're only doing about 20 kilometers today, but it's a very nice town. We had a very nice dinner. Skies are blue, which means Rob's gonna burn. Lots of cars coming into town, but you know, it's morning. So honestly, today hasn't been much different than any other day, except we're officially on the GR. Actually, the road so far has been a little sketchy because not much shoulder, but this is kind of cool coming towards us. A nice old horse and buggy. So the scenery hasn't changed a whole lot, but we have run into our first other walking pilgrim who has done the Camino before, and Nicolas keeps walking around to try and get out of my shot, but there he is playing with his phone. But this is our second national park of this trip. This is the Parc National de Camargue, and it's a lot of wetlands, and they're salty wetlands. It's actually kind of neat. But otherwise, the sky is clear and it's blazing hot. It's like 85. Only a couple kilometers to go, and we see the sign pointing to Saint-Gilles. Saint-Gilles, that's how you pronounce it?
Saint-Gilles.
Saint-Gilles, yeah. But it's been a very hot morning so far. Lots of sun, lots of heat, lots of dust. Finally, we got some shade. Only about 200 meters from the center of town. We have 2 hours before we can check in, but here's the Hotel de Ville, and we're gonna go look for a beer in the middle of town. So we're actually staying very, very close to the Hotel de Ville, right down that little road over there. And just show you the monument, but there's a view. We haven't had many views today, but from up here, since we did, you know, come up a hill at the very end to get to this town, aside from this big tree, there's a nice view overlooking, well, where we came from. I know. Can I be? Yeah, I know. I lost my train of thought. So as we were looking at the view, we saw this. This is actually the first time I've ever seen one of these anywhere. This is a dog toilet, just for dogs. And there's a couple in there. What's going on? He's got muzzle. Yep. Oh, look at those guys. Yep. You just use the toilet. They have them for dogs here in France. So the town we're in now is Saint-Gilles, and there used to be pilgrimages to here too for Saint-Gilles, because this is his town and his church. I learned this from Nicolas, because Nicolas knows a lot. So what we just showed you is mostly the new church. This is the remains from the 12th century. It's really kind of cool, you know, Rob likes ruins and old rocks and stuff. It's really pretty neat. We tried to go in the crypt, but it's locked. That or we have to pay for it. Rob doesn't know, but it was pretty cool. So as it turns out, the crypt is now closed, even though the sign says it closes at 6, and it's only 5:45, and it's free for pilgrims. But you know, we're in France, so it closes when they say it closes, not when the sign says. So for those of you that read French or have, you know, good translator, that will tell you about Saint-Gilles. What were you gonna say, Nicolas?
I don't know, the tomb is in the crypt.
Yeah, so like I said, the tomb is in the crypt, and they said no.
Yes.
They said no.
No to go.
Yeah, no to go, because, you know, in 15 minutes we can't see the crypt because it's only, you know, yeah, okay. So basically what part of that sign said was this was like the 4th pilgrimage place that people would come to in the Middle Ages after Rome, Jerusalem, and Santiago de Compostela, so they could come see the bones of Saint-Gilles, which unfortunately we couldn't see because, you know, we couldn't see the bones in 5 minutes because they have to close it 15 minutes before it's supposed to close according to their own sign. I know I'm harping on that, but the lady could have just let us in for 5 minutes to take a picture because that's all we really wanted to do. We're on a pilgrimage. Ah, well. C'est la vie.